Hello folks and welcome to Todd's Tips and Tricks for Kibo's Unified Commerce Platform. Today's tip, how to use the embedded Looker reporting tool in the Kibo Commerce admin. Remember that all of this information is on our documentation portal, docs.kibocommerce.com. So why Looker? Looker is a state-of-the-art reporting technology that provides data exploration and general-purpose business intelligence that can be contained within the Kibo admin. No additional tools, no additional licenses, everything's included with Kibo. Looker's data-first approach provides Kibo the ability to set up a number of out-of-box dashboards for our clients, and then our clients have the ability to customize those dashboards for custom business use cases, one-off and ad hoc queries, allows them to modify existing dashboards and looks, or create an entirely new report from scratch. Looker uses a separate data storage and does not use the transactional DB. Data is moved and optimized for reporting. There is a 60 to 120 minute latency between the data that is actually in the transactional database and what is available in Looker. The majority of the transactional data is included, but getting all of the fields over is still a work in progress. Watch the reporting release notes to be notified of new fields being added to Looker, and if you're not already getting notifications of releases, talk to your customer success manager. Some terms that we'll want to remember. A dashboard is basically a homepage to group reports by topic. A tile is an individual visualization of a report. A dimension is a data value for a single record or a field report. Measure is the aggregated calculation of a dimension displayed as a field. A look is an individual report saved apart from a dashboard. Filter is a tool on dashboards, tiles, and reports to limit results by criteria. And an Explorer is a collection of tables focused on a particular topic. There are two report roles. A report editor can view all the standard reports, explore individual tiles in a report, edit and save reports, create custom reports, download an existing dashboard tile or look, send an existing dashboard tile or look, or schedule sending of an existing dashboard tile or look. The report viewer role can view all the Kibo standard report visualizations, view any report in Custom Reports folder of the user's organization, download an existing report or tile, send an existing dashboard to an email, or set up a schedule to send an existing dashboard to an email. When a report viewer or a report editor logs into a tenant, the first view that they will have will be the main orders dashboard. If the administrator is in a different portion of the admin, they can click on the main nav in the top left corners, choose main, and reports. In the top right, there is an indicator of how long it's been since the cache was refreshed. This is not how long since the last time data was sent to the reporting database, just the last time it was cubed and analyzed. To the right of the cache age is the time zone indicator, where an administrator can choose which time zone they want the reports in. By default, the system will choose the current time zone of the administrator. The gear icon will allow an administrator to download, schedule, or send a dashboard, and if the current user has permission, they could even move the entire dashboard to trash. To the right of the gear icon is the navigation icon, broken up into three sections. Personal for work in progress or personal looks and dashboards that are not shared. Group for all the report editors within a tenant, allowing them to work on reports collaboratively. And finally, shared This is where all report readers and writers can go. They can schedule and send reports and visualizations. They can see custom reports, and of course they can see the standard Kibo out-of-box reports. Opening up custom reports under Shared will reveal a folder that matches the name of the client. This is where all of the shared custom reports can be saved. Note how as you drill down into the reporting folders that the name is at the top of the navigation and the arrow to the left allows you to go back up the tree. Kibo standard reports are broken up into the following sections: customer, discount, explorers, location, order, payments, products, purchase order, and returns. All of the different sections have several different dashboards each, with the exception of the Explore section. This section displays basic views that make up the normalized data that's used for reporting. All of the reports and all of the dashboards, whether out of box or custom, are created from one or more of the Explorers. The Explorers are broken up into carts, checkouts, customers, discounts, locations, order discounts, order items, order payments, order refunds, orders, product category details, returns, and shipments. You might think of each of these Explorers as a normalized view of one or more tables of data extracted from the Kibo transactional database. As previously stated, each section has multiple dashboards and looks. For example, the Orders section has a channel dashboard to organize reports about channels, an Order dashboard which has trends and large sums, an Order Detail and Order Item Detail dashboard providing fact tables to review individual transactions, a year-to-date dashboard to compare to the previous year, and an Unclaimed BOPUS Orders dashboard to keep track of orders that haven't been picked up. Each of the dashboards will have a set of filters that are unique to the common fields within that dashboard. For example, this Order dashboard allows filtering for the entire dashboard by site, order submitted date, billing country, or billing state or province. I can filter by more than one site, or any of the filter fields by clicking on the plus sign and adding my OR condition. A tile is a visualization of an individual report on a dashboard. Each of the sections of this Order dashboard, order total, AOV, valid orders, weekly average order value, all of those are tiles or visualizations of individual reports. Remember how we said the report viewers can only see the visualizations of data. So in this case, I'm logged in as a report viewer, and note that I can only download the data. I can't explore it or see the raw data table that makes up this report. Note how when I change users to a report editor role, I now have the ability to explore data and to go and look at the raw data of the report. From there, I can edit the report or save it as a new report or look. Within a tile, administrators can set up alerts where they can create criteria and then based on that criteria can send a notification to an email address. Once alerts are set up for a tile, the number of alerts will show up in the tool to create the notification. Report viewers and editors can download data from a tile. Click on Download Data. Choose the file type. Choose Visualization Options or Just in a Table. Choose whether to use the visualization format or not. Choose whether you want the results that are in the visualization table or all results or some custom result, and then give the file a name. You can open in a browser or you can download the file. To create a new report, go to an existing report that is close to the one that you want to emulate. For instance, here we're going to the Order Detail dashboard. We're going to click on the three dots to the right of the report and choose Explore from here. That will bring up the Explorer window to edit the report. The other approach is to go to Global, Kibo Standard Reports, and go to Explorers and choose the base view that you want to start with. Click on the number to raise the report and then explore from there. Once in the Explorer view, you can find fields to use for your report by clicking into the search box and typing in the name of the field. You can limit the field display on the left by clicking on In Use, and that will only show the fields that are in use in the report. Clicking on All Fields shows all the fields available to the Explorer. When we're looking at the In Use fields, you'll notice that those fields which are highlighted appear in the table, and those fields which are used in a filter have the filter symbol next to them. As you're looking at the fields, you'll see that they're broken up into three types. Filter-only fields, just as the name implies, can only be used for a filter. Dimensions contain the actual data that was brought over from the transactional database. And then measures are averages, counts, totals, sums, lists of the values brought over from the transactional database. To add a field to the table, simply find the field you want to add and click on it. This interface acts like a toggle, so clicking on it again will remove the field. You can also add a field to a pivot, which will mean that it will create a sum based on any calculation or measure that you have on this field and give you a column for each version of this field. You can add a field to a filter by clicking on Filter by Field. You can make a custom measure based on the field and whatever makes each of these rows unique. Numeric and date fields will allow a count, sum, average, min, max, or median of a field. Text fields allow you to make counts or lists. A list is a comma delimited array of values that are grouped on the dimensions of that row. To start with a clean slate and clear all fields and filters, click the gear icon, choose Remove All Fields and Filters, or hit Command-K on your keyboard. To use filters, first choose an operator. Note how the operators are different if the dimension type is different. If you choose is equal to, clicking in the field will populate possible values into the text box. You can select more than one value for in clauses. Use the plus sign to add another line to filter the dimension by a different operator. To remove a field, click on the X. You can also do complex filters with Looker's query language. We will cover that in a use case at the end of this video. The visualization tool is where you control what report readers can see on the dashboard or the look. You can choose from tables or graphs, but need to be careful about picking a visualization that makes sense for your data. This is especially true when it comes to the single value display. This type of display will just show the first column, first row of the report, and if that doesn't make any sense, neither will your visualization. From the gear icon on the visualization tool, you control the plot of your visualization. Under Series, you can change the labels and how the field names are displayed, and even the formatting of the individual fields. Under Formatting, you can change the format of the entire visualization, or even set up conditional formatting. Tools on the column allow you to set the sort of the columns, freeze the values, copy the values, auto-size the values, or even reset all the column widths. In the data table, you can control the number of rows in the visualization, turn on totals, turn on subtotals. You can control the sort order of the fields and define more than one sort at a time by holding down the Shift key and hitting multiple columns. You can remove a field, add it to a filter or a pivot, or even hide it from the visualization altogether. Once you have the report where you want it, you can go to the gear icon and you can save it as a look, which is basically just a single report dashboard. You can save it to a dashboard. You can download it, which is all of the same choices that we saw from the dashboard earlier in this video. You can send it. From this screen, you can give a report a title. You can choose email, webhook, Amazon S3, SFTP, Google Drive, or Google Sheets. Depending on the type of send, you will be given choices like what email address you want it sent to, or should you include a custom message. You can also format your data and choose whether it's just the results that are in the visualization table. Remember, that's limited by 5,000. Or all of your results. Once you're done, just hit send. The last few things I wanted to cover in this video were how to merge explorers, how to create a custom filter, and how to create a custom dimension. To create a merge, click on the gear icon and choose Merge Results. Here you pick either the same Explorer that you're already on or another Explorer that you want to use. The only requirement being is that both the Explorer that you started from and the Explorer that you're adding have to have a shared dimension to act as a foreign key between the Explorers. So this is a use case where a client needed all three things that I'm trying to show here: a custom filter, a custom dimension, and merging explorers. So here, let's start off with the filters. They needed a very specific filter where they wanted that any order that was created yesterday or was updated yesterday, and that would be the calendar day of yesterday. So regardless of what time it is today, yesterday from midnight to midnight in the time zone that this is created. So we put in everything that was done yesterday. And we do these two as an OR, right? So that these are grouped within parentheses, which means that these are an OR. And then on top of that, I have another AND, which groups this OR if it comes up true at all. And then also adds in that I want the order status to only be canceled or accepted or pending or processing. If you don't know a name of a field, it will autocomplete for you. So if you put in and order, and you can see that it starts to autocomplete for you. And if you don't know what the field name might be called to the Looker database, then you can come over to all of these fields and you can click on the information and it will tell you the name of the field, and then you can use that in your filter. The client also wanted to have the discount name and coupons on the line item, but they didn't want the line duplicated if there was more than one discount on the line item. So what I did here is I created a custom field. The way that we saw earlier is I clicked on coupon code and I chose custom dimension and I chose list, and I did the same for the discount name. And you can see here it has one coupon code, but it has two discounts separated by a comma. So in this way, the line item isn't duplicated, but you get both the discounts. When you save one of the explorers for a merge, it will take you back to a screen where it will show you all of the explorers involved in the current merge. It will tell you which field is primary. So if you think about an outer join of a database table, the primary is the left of an outer join, or the table that gets all of the records, while all of the other explorers just get the things that match. Then you're going to have the list of fields that merge the two explorers. And on all of these, I'm using the order item ID, which is a GUID that defines the order item and is probably the most accurate. So in this case, the client wanted to show decoration code, which is an extra that's entered on the storefront during the checkout experience, the decoration price, another extra that's entered in the front end, and also the category code. It's important to note here that data values entered by the shopper that are stored as order attributes or stored as product extras can be used in reporting. Values that are sent in what's called the data bag or the custom order or custom item data fields does not become available to the reporting suite. What I did here is I made several skinny tables of the data that I needed. So I added a custom filter that said that the attribute FQN that needed to match, and this is the product extra FQN, was the embroidery source code. And then I included the order item ID. Then I went to the order item attributes and I went to the shopper entered value and added that field. Then I also gave it the same conditions as the primary table. That relates it back to the primary table, and then you can get that attribute. And then I just repeated that for each of the other attributes I needed. Where I said that I needed a filter with the order item attributes, FQN of embroidery price, and all of the same filters as the parent, and then did the same for the category code. And then that gives me a distinct list of all of the fields that need to be in And then finally, I used the visualization that's on the merge to define what I wanted those special fields to be named when displayed in the report. So that is an overview of the Kibo Commerce Looker Reporting Portal. If you have any questions or any topics that you'd like covered in the future, please put them in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.